This is the moment everything turns. For the first time, the rules of the game are being rewritten right on China's doorstep. I want to share with everyone a geopolitical event that is quietly reshaping the US-China chessboard. The fifth round of trade negotiations between the world's two largest economies is no longer taking place in familiar European capitals like Geneva, London, Stockholm, or Madrid. This time, the chosen venue is Malaysia, a neighbor of China, well known for its neutrality and experience in mediating regional conflicts. Earlier this year, Malaysia played a key role in resolving the dispute between Cambodia and Thailand. The timing is no coincidence either. The talks are scheduled from October 24th to 27, just before the APEC summit in South Korea. It's a discrete opportunity for the US and Chinese leaders to exchange views, explore common ground, and pave the way for a bigger handshake on the global stage. But if anyone thinks Trump will easily secure a major deal at the summit, they may want to think again. China is in no rush. Instead of negotiating top-down, they remain steadfast in a bottom-up approach, only finalizing deals at the head of state level. This is the rule of the game Washington has been forced to accept after years of clashes. Therefore, this meeting in Malaysia becomes a crucial window of opportunity. If the U.S. delegation, led by Treasury Secretary Benson and Trade Representative Greer, fails to make progress, Trump's dream of a blockbuster deal at APEC could remain nothing more than a mirage. Unlike previous occasions, this time China enters the negotiations from a position of strength. After months of strategic maneuvering, they are no longer just defending, they are striking back. Finalizing their rare earth export control policy has turned this strategic resource into a trump card for Beijing. Meanwhile, the White House appears to be floundering, to the point that Trump once again resorts to the 100% tariff threat he used back in April. But even he admits, that's not a sustainable solution. Last time, it threw U.S. markets into chaos. Stocks, bonds, and the dollar all plunged simultaneously. This round of negotiations revolves around two main pillars. First is tariffs. If no agreement is reached by November 10th, both sides will impose an additional 24% tariff on each other's goods. It's a scenario no one wants, as it would raise corporate costs and shake global supply chains. China hasn't said it outright, but they want the U.S. not only to delay, but to gradually unwind the layers of tariffs accumulated throughout the trade war. Second is technology. The U.S. is tightening its semiconductor supply chain, from raw materials to equipment. China is retaliating by restricting exports of rare earths, key inputs in chip production. They are no longer waiting. They are proactively applying pressure to force the U.S. into concessions. Just imagine, it's already 2025, and yet the U.S. is still only permitting sales of H-20 chips, a product line considered outdated by China's technological ambitions. From the U.S. side, Trump also has cards to play. He's declared that rare earths, soybeans, and fentanyl, a powerful synthetic drug, will be prioritized in the negotiations. But he's not stopping there. He also wants to discuss China's import of oil from Russia. After the U.S.-Russia summit was canceled and new sanctions imposed, the White House is hoping China will lend a hand by reducing imports from Moscow and buying more U.S. energy instead. However, China has made its stance clear. Energy cooperation with Russia is a normal market transaction, and no one has the right to interfere. On this matter, perhaps Trump needs to be a bit more realistic. To me, this trip to Malaysia is not just another round of talks. It marks the beginning of a new phase of strategic confrontation. The question is, with the conditions now completely changed, will Trump dare to admit that the rules of the game are no longer set by Washington? If you were Trump, how would you negotiate your way out of this passive position?